I believe in an open society, an open-minded and open for business society. My mom immigrated from Asia many years ago, and if it weren't for the ability to cross political lines, she might have died and her whole family might have died when the communists took over China in the 40s. In the 60s, she came to America and she settled in Virginia, where I was born, and she inculcated in me an open-mindedness and inclusiveness that shows in everything I do. I think it's important to recognize that America for 100 years, over 100 years, allowed for open immigration. And a lot of the concerns that we have about immigrants today were shared by people in the 1800s, especially with regard to Asian immigrants. But look at what immigrants do in this society. They are overrepresented among entrepreneurs. Their children are overrepresented among scientists and doctors and entrepreneurs. And they're underrepresented when it comes to the use of social welfare services. This is an issue where there's a lot of demagoguery and false facts. The fact is that immigration makes us stronger. We should have a policy that allows more people into the United States. The problem with our southern border right now, with the children who are flowing over the border, is the fault of Republicans and Democrats alike. Make no mistake, if we allowed more people over the border and we had a regular process, we wouldn't have people sending their children across the border. We would have families throughout Latin America and throughout the world saving money, going through the legal channels, saving up money and going through legal channels that are safe for their children to get here, to work within the law, to contribute to the economy and to contribute to the society. I also want to point out when it comes to immigration that one of the main reasons we have so many people in Latin America who want to flee over the border to the United States is because of our failed drug war. We create a well-funded and heavily armed criminal enterprise in Latin America throughout the entire region that leads to failed states and violence that people are fleeing. If we simply dialed back our commitment to the drug war, if we refocused our relationship with Latin America on economic development and the rule of law, we would have a much more stable neighbor to the south, a much more stable hemisphere, and a lot more people who are willing to stay in their country or come to the United States through legal mechanisms and a regulated process that allows us to stay safe and secure and economically prosperous.